Mindful Moodling will be starting in a few minutes. Well, you know how early I am. Anyway, just bear with me, the video's about to start soon. Thanks, bye. Hello, nobody there, thank goodness. Trying to sort out this camera and all you can see is a mess I've got. We're having crazy weather here. Gone really dark again. Been really weird. Now, I'm not expecting many people. I hope we get more than me. I'm a bit boring, just me farting about my own. So I'll just have a little play here until somebody comes in. That could do with a bit of a. Oh, this pen's not big enough. Come on, me Todd. Come on, me Todd. Let's hope somebody can join this now. What's going on? Nobody's around. It's a weird one. So I'm hoping. All right, I've got 2 people, but I can't see anybody live on my blooming stream. It looks like there's just me, Billy No Mates here. Well, I've put it on everything, so let's see if it's any better for me. I think so. So very strange, this. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get. Right, I'm on Facebook. I know I'm not seeing many people, but there's nothing I can do about that. But I wanted to just go over some things that I did the other day, and this is one of them. That my little slider book, ready for it. I've done all my own work, and I'll show you guys. I don't think the light's giving it much. It's gone really dark, giving it much sort of pop at the moment. But this is my book. One of the things I started with Klimt. I'll show you the others now. Oh, it's not the one I want. Well, one's glued in and I've not got it with me. I must have. I brought the whole house downstairs. There's nothing left upstairs for me to blooming use. Let me just check. Let me check. Oh, got it. Right, this is the one I did, and I thought, oh, I'll show you this. I've got another one made, and then a diddy widdy one, but I just thought I'd show you. So I'm going to start it, I think, next week. I've done all the stuff. On my website, there's actually lesson 1. So I'll show you what lesson 1 is, but you can just look at it on the website, and it's got it all laid out. There is a PDF available if you want it. If you want to contact me, we're getting some people coming in now. If you want to contact me, just let me know, because the PDF's really simple. It's just what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. So I'm going to go through a little few things here. So that's one book, right? Okay, so then I did this one. And this one's pretty simple. It's just one large piece of A3. Really simple. So, oh, hi. Now, okay, so this is one piece of card to make like a very thin cover. And then this is a very simple, I did it on my little live, little sort of how to. But on the back is the first lesson. And it's Klimt. And I've put here, all that glitters is gold, because it's him. And then I've put who it is, what he was famous for, where he was from, and where major part of his life was, and where he worked. Then I went to when, so certain movements that he did, and then, alive and not alive, and why he was important. Now there's 2 categories for this. It's why he was important, but why you like him. Okay, so hi Marcia, hi, who've we got in here? Hi Dawn, hi Jenny. Oh, there's me Emma. And yeah, I'm not gonna. So we've got this. I quite like it. It's a little bit too bold. I wrote down. I'm doing what we call artist pages at the moment. I wrote down the do's and the don'ts about it, and I've come to some conclusion about what I would do and what I would do different. So here's another one I did, and these are all just based on Klimt, his designs, and you can see how just simple But I like the idea of not having it, one, too big, and two, not having it overly complicated. Because each one of them is manageable. A sketchbook can be quite scary. So we've also got the slider one, and then I've got the other one that we used to do in school. And I'm going to do this for myself, but if somebody wants to join me, this will be like extra homework. This is my origami book, which I did on Japanese art, actually. I did it on geisha, and each one of these had a picture or information about it, and it all just folded up. It's all about the creasing with this, but that's another one if people would, that will do. But that just slots in together, and you make a great book. And these are all from my old school books, believe it or not. I got, when we were teaching, we were teaching literacy, and one of the things like was Paul Johnson was great at teaching literacy, and this is a fantastic book. And it's a really good book because it's great for adults as well, because you just tweak these. So, I'm going back to basics here. So what I'm going to do is perhaps show you this slider and the main body of the book, of the concertina book, because then you won't feel like you've had a sleep and woke up and the world's changed. So we've got a couple of them that I've done. I've used relatively thoughtful papers for this, and I've stuck too tight, so I've kept that one to show you it's too tight. This one is much better, she says, as she can't undo it. You've got to do it. I try and pull them the wrong way, me. So you find out which way they go, and then they slide really nicely. Again, here's a little one that I made using that idea. So if you didn't want a plain background and you wanted it like that, just use the paper the other way. So this is the same as the big one. The only difference is size. Okay, that's all it is. And there's very little measuring, because I don't measure unless I can do it not by eye, but right. So I'm going to just quickly go through some of them, and I'm definitely going to start. I think it's on Monday, but I will put out the full shenanigans. Okay, this is a bit thick, this paper, so I'll have to use. I've got a sheet of A of 12 by 12. Now, I don't think that's the best spot. If I can do it on this, I can do it on anything. The whole idea about any of it is, get a piece of paper and show you that the book for all of these is the width. For the length, it's twice the width plus 2 centimeters. So if I wanted a 10 centimeter book, 10 by 10, right? And then when you start getting a little bit clever, you can do it any size. So 10 by 10, then it would be 10, but you have to add 2 centimeters. So it's whatever the width is times 2 plus 2 centimeters. So it's that. So it's width times 2 equals the length plus 2 centimeters, and the 2 centimeters are for your flap. So that's so that's how it is. You can do any size then. So it's the width times 2 equals the length, but add 2 centimeters for your flap. Okay, it's really easy, really easy. These books, the other ways, just going to chop that off. Really, I should have took that off before. These books are really simple to do, and I'll show you it now. Oh no, got one. Got me cheeky little cutter. There it is. I've been using this permanently. I love it. But it don't fit in it. But it does. I love this. Do you know what I mean? I'm getting really clever with it. Well, no, I'm not getting really clever with it. That's a lie. So there we go. Just chop that off. So that A4 book. It's a simple idea, right? And it is the same. It is, we need 3 columns, right, of equal. They'll be fantastic, Marcia. I'll show you this one. This is quite a nice one because it folds and does. Now, the A4 one is slightly different. The A3 one is slightly different. I've got an A3 sheet, but the idea is the same. We need 3 columns, okay, and whatever it is there divided by 4. You can do it by 3, but or whatever, but it needs to be in 3 that way. And what we'll end up with is, let me get that other bit of paper, is we'll end up with, there's our sheet of paper, okay, and we cut up to there, and then we cut to there, so we get like a letter N, and then this is divided in 3. So if I draw it out for you like that, there's our 3 by 3. We cut to the dot. So on this one, it would be 2. On the A3 or A4 ones, it would be 3, because A4 is bigger. I hope that's as simple as it gets, really. So an A4 sheet is longer than it is wider. You would cut more. Do you get me? So that would come down here, and you'd cut more. So just do it again. On a square sheet, so it's divided by 3. Okay. And just think about it diagonal. We cut up 2. On an A4, right, it just means we add an extra line. So we cut 4 squares. So like the other one was, the squares were like that. On an A4, sorry, that if the square was like that on an A4, your dots are going to be there. I'll just shut up and show you. So I do have to measure this, but I'm not overly challenged by the measuring. I just want a rough idea. All my stuff's rough, as you know. 18. So we're going to say 18, 30. So it's what? 10, 20, 30. That makes sense, doesn't it? So 10. 10. And we'll have a little bit left over. So we'll knock that bit off. So 10. And 10. Now normally I'd be just messing about with this. I wouldn't be doing all this. I'd just be getting it on me. I'd get it on my scoreboard and just mess about with it and just get it done. But I will show you. Makes it easier for you. I'm doing it on the light side, so I'm going to cut that. Right, 10 centimetre, which is there. So sack it. No, I've just cut it. Oh, you daft woman! You don't cut it. Oh, you absolute banana idiot. Right, I'll do it again. Don't cut it, please. Don't cut it. Oh, do it again. I'll keep that because you can add the sheets on. I'll show you how to add the sheets on because you can make an extended one then. So she says, whoa, idiot, 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 idiot. Now, I have got the best scoring tool in the world somewhere underneath this pile. And it's this one by Cool Cats. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right, so it's this one. Now, if you don't want the extra bit on, or you want to sort of encourage it into the other? Yes, I am, Sue. I am. I'm showing you how to be stupid like that. Now you can do it like that and sort of bring the waist in, but I prefer myself to get it right. You know, you wouldn't know that, would you? You wouldn't really know that, would you? You know what I mean? I'm gonna just turn this over so it butts up. I love this because I just flick it over. It's not a problem. Just love it. Right, so I'm going to drop down because the centimeters are at the bottom, and I'm going to go to 10. Make sure it's nice and straight. And listen, if it goes, you've just seen me. I think something's just dropped down my back. I think it was a spider. Oh, never mind. Don't mind. Right, so, okay, so you can see this is a little bit too big. Just lop that bit off. I know you think, oh, that's a bit of a mess, but I absolutely love it. Seriously do. It just made me a lot easy, you know, a lot easier to work with. So you can keep that strip if you want. So let's see how it looks. Now, just for my little idiosyncrasies, okay, I like to fold back and forth. And the reason for this is if you don't, they bounce about like goodness gracious me. They go all over the blooming place. So you bounce about like that. Marcia, did you get your card? Right. Okay. So back and forth, back and forth. So now what we're going to do is do the same again. So we're going to go to 10. No cutting. No cutting. 10. Fold over. Change my butt. There we go. That's it. 10 again. Oh, right, great. That's brilliant. That's all I wanted to know. Excellent. Say no more. Say no more. Oh, just knock the light. Right, okay, so let's see. 10, 10, 10. Oh, yeah, I need to cut off a little bit of this here. So, job's a good one. Won't be perfect. Once you've done this once, it absolutely is dead easy. So we've got this, right? And it's still the same. It's still the same. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to miss the first square, put that in the second, and pull. So I've got that. Turn her around. Now, remember the letter N. So I'll go to the other side and put that there. Put that in my thing. Miss one at the top. Miss the top one. Bottom. So we've got that letter N. Right, do you get it? Letter N. Right. So now because we've done all our folding, it will just fold and fold and fold on its own. So I'll do it again for you. Steady easy. It's actually nicer with a 12x12 because you don't have as many confusing folds. Now it does have two areas of interest. Okay, we have an upset and a downset, but it's up to you which way. So it won't work. Sometimes you can get a bit clever by changing your folds over. I'll just show you once, because then I know people like to experiment, and I do. That's how I found. And then you've got two going that way and that way. So it's entirely up to you. But the essence of it is, as long as it folds back, forth, it's right. So I'm just going to put it back the other way and show you again how easy it is to fold. You ready? So we'll do it this way, that way instead. So we pull up, concertina, concertina. When we get to the top, fold over, concertina, concertina. Right, fold over, concertina, concertina. So you have got the choice of using the light or dark side. Now, if you want, I will show you what I do. You can make little pockets with it. Little. You can make little pockets with these. So if you wanted to, you could keep one side open. I'll do one closed. Give it a good warm to activate it. And then the other one, now it's nice and sturdy. The other one, if I wanted to keep that as a pocket, I'll just do that on that side. You get me? So leave that side open. So I'll just go down here. I've got some bookbinding glue there. Wait till you see all old books I used to make. I love it. Might be part of what I'm doing next. Who knows? So we've got one done. No, I've not warmed it, you see. That's one done. Okay. Now, if you're using paper that is not going to take, and it's just open now for a little, ticket or anything in there, just give it a little bit of a wiggle before you do it. Right, okay. So the next one, these are great, because we used to call them brag books and everything back in the day, right? So all it would mean, basically, is that the one with an A4, you just have an extra flap. Did you get me? But I love these. I just think they're so nice and nice to use. Plus the back's covered. Right, so that's one way. Okay. I'm going to show you another way now, and I've not shown this to anybody. No. So I'm just going to chop this card paper down. I'm going to use a bit of this. Even though Studio Light were very rude and awful to me, I still like the stuff. So they've never spoken to me once. Crazy, isn't it? Anyway, right. So I've got a 12 by 12. Right. Now, what we can do is the same. Now, 10 works, so we'll go with 10. So I'm just going to skedaddle at 10. That's a new word. Skedaddle, 10. Fold. This paper is really good because, as you know, when I used to use it on the show, I can paint on it. So, yeah, it's good to use. I've never actually told anybody what happened with Studio Light because I think, well, a bit too professional to start slagging them off. So, but yeah, it was such a shame because I had quite a fondness for them, to say the least. So, anyway, bye. Oh, you bugger. Anyway, chop that bit off. I don't know why it's all gone skew with, but and then do it again. So 10 by 10 by 10. We're having torrential rain here. Just as long as people stay safe. Right. So we've got all that. Okay. What we can do now is oh, it's the wrong size, isn't it? Oh, it doesn't matter. Right. You can cut like sections out as flaps. So it's a little bit confusing, but I'll sort of show you now. So we could do this one I made up, so that's why it's a bit daft. But I'm just going to show you if I can remember. I mean, you know, slept since then, haven't I? So I'm just going to pop down and go to 1 there, turn over, and I'm going to go to 1 there. I am not claiming to have invented this. This one I have. This one's mine, but the others now they're Paul Johnson and Heidi Kyle and stuff, right? Now, I've forgotten how to do it. That's it. So we fold it back and forward like we did before. Okay. But then all you do, look at that, it's terrible, isn't it? Is you can then add folds inside. So I'll show you what I mean. So in here, we've got one facing that way. Let's do that one facing that way. So we've got 2 facing that way. I've not double folded yet, which is wrong. So we've got it looking like that, okay? Okay, so now what we can do is take the piece I chopped off. Just cut it in half. You make these any size you want, but cut it in half. Oops. Fold that in half. And then these can be, I'll do both. This isn't the one I wanted, but I'll show you on the A4. So we've got 2. And then these can sit in there. So you can put them inside there to join up, but then you're overlapping. Yep, do you get me? Like that, but they do fold up. Or do it so you've got one on each pocket there. Do you get me? Right, so do it again now for you. Get me? So we've got the 2 like that, and it works both ways. So you could have one there and then the other one there, and make your own little books with them and pop outs. And it's great. I'll put it down and show you that when they fold back and you open it up, you've got like an extra one in there, and you can put a band on that and have as many as you want. If you want to glue them together, you can put all sorts of things with them, and then it folds over, folds over, folds over. Do you get me? Right. Okay. The next book is really clever, and it's again by 3. And this is one that we used to use a lot in school because it's, oh, actually, is that A4? Oh, no, it'll be this one. Right, so I need to know the size of this. So let's get our little, that'd have been good if that had been a ruler on that, but it's not a ruler. We get me my little, right, so this is a piece of watercolor paper and it measures 27, okay? 27. Oh, right. Your art group. Oh, well, go then. Off you go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 9. Yes. Hang on. Let me think about this now. Right, this in half then. Sorry. This is a bigger one, 27. So that is 20, 13 and a half. Okay. Got an envelope I can't say it, envelope envelope, whatever they are. Envelope. It's got one of them on it, that scoreboard at the bottom. Look, this that's sort of tacked underneath that card. Oh, God, come on. Crying out loud. On that scoreboard, you get a scoreboard, obviously. You get that fits underneath for your envelopers. Oh, for crying out loud. Envelopers. And it fits there like that. Envelopers. That's it. Envelopers. Oh, for God's sake. You get your doofers for making doofers, bows. You get your extra bit. You get your thingy that you pointy tool, and then you get 3 punches with it. I want the alphabet one, but I've got no money at the moment, so I can't afford it, so can't do it. Right, so I need this into 4. So it's 30 by 5, 35. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. So what did we say? Oh, just under it's 35. Right, okay. So 4, 8, 12, 16. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 4, 28, 32, 36, 9, 8 and a bit. 8 and a bit. Put 8.5, and then one's going to be a bit small. Or a bit big. 9, 18, 27, 36. So it's 8 3/4. That'll do. Can't be bothered. 8 3/4. 8 3/4. So why am I doing this? What I'm doing is I'm trying to show you that there's different ways of, creating a sketchbook. And once you've created a sketchbook for yourself, you are more likely to use it than you are a brand new thing, because, it might have a bit of snot on it, or, sorry, I don't even know why I said that word. It might have a bit of this or that on it, but, you can now just work it any way you want, and put all different sorts of papers here and different things. So I think personally, this is brilliant tool, this. Cool Cats. If you go Maggie Moore and Kay, they sell it on theirs. It's brilliant. Karen Keats does. Oh, it's great, this. Look, don't wear it out either. Right, okay, so we've got a fold in half, and this is proper heavy duty. And the reason I've done this is because you might want to use watercolor paper. You might want to sort of say, I don't want to use card, I want to use paper. So then we're going to do back and forth again. And this is a little bit out, but I'm going to have to start changing my challenge times to a night, I think, because, oh no, that's a bit long. I'll tell you why, because I know people are back to work now. I had a bit of a captive audience during lockdown, but now it's changed a bit, so I have to go with it, don't I? Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. Right, the thing is, you have to it's really important that you do this double. I used to say to the kids, look, honestly, you get one harder, I've done it. No, you know why I know? Used to think I was sort of a crystal ball. I could just tell because they hadn't done it at school, because it won't fold. And I'm like, I'm not trying to tell you because I'm trying to make you look daft. I'm just saying, That's how I know, because I've learned. Oh no, they wouldn't have it. Wouldn't have it. It was like they know best, but they do at 14, don't they? They know everything. Right. So I've done that. It's happily going both ways. Now, the thing you do with this is this bit here, pair of scissors, or a good old trimmer. But I don't think this trimmer will work. It's a bit too big. But I can sort of do it. Now, all I'm going to do, I'll do it, and then you can see it. Now, should I use scissors? I might still use scissors, actually. It might be a whole lot easier than using this. But basically, I don't know. Now, I had on this table of doom and gloom, I did have, right, move that, move that, move that. I'm going to try and do it with this. Not a good idea, but never mind. I'm going to try and do it with this so that I can get a... Oh, watch this. Right, I'll stick it on the 2. And I'll stick it there, so... Oh! Now, that black line... There. See it? Now, if you've got a knife, scissors or anything, then you'd be a bit more sensible than me doing it like this, but I haven't got them here and I'm not messing about. So all I'm going to do is just make a cut there. Now, that is despicable, but you get the idea. So we've cut, we've got divided into 2, whatever it is, and then divided into 4, and you only cut the middle 2 like that. You only cut those 2, right? And then all that does is folds like that, and you've got your quite sturdy book. And what happens is all these are pockets, so you've got them at the top, at the bottom, or sides. So you've got a pocket here, pocket there, a pocket here and there, and a pocket at the top. And that does a really sturdy book, really, really sturdy. Yeah, well, that's it. I agree with you, Jenny. I agree with you, because you know, origami is great and it's absolutely beautiful, but if I can't use it, I can't see the point of not using it. Do you know what I mean? It's just... So I've got my little origami books to show you that what we've done, and then I'm going to get down to some nice little examples. So if anybody would like me to show them the slider book, I'm quite happy to do that as well. So I'll find out if anybody wants me to do the slider book, and then I can, if you let me know. I think that'd be a good idea, actually. I know you've made one, Jenny. I'm going to do a quick slider for you. So a piece of paper. Remember that the actual what's the word? What's that word? Oh, not symbol. The actual not strategy. Formula. The actual formula is the length must be twice the width plus 2. So I'm going to do them really little so you can see. So I'm going to go for 10 centimeters, I think. Is that too big? No, that's fine. No, I'll do them about 8. So 8 there is 3 1/4. Right, so 3 1/4. So 8, 16 plus 2, that means it's got to be 18 centimeters, okay? So that's got to be 18. So, so I can make it a little bit bigger and fit this. So let me think now. So we have 9. Right. So it works out I can do them at 9 and fill the hole and use the old space because I don't like wasting it. So this page I've got is 918 plus what's left is the flap. So I'm going to do them at 9. Okay. Where's my blue bit gone? Here it is. It might not be what people want today, but I thought this is for the challenge. This will be what's really interesting for me. So, and for my lovely Patreons. So, right, 9 and 9. Take that off a minute. Put that the way I had. 9. And this was cut. This all come from me thinking, right, what would make sense for doing artwork, and then I went back to school, and I mean literally back to school and what I did, and you know, I wrote a little more of a PDF thinking, right, that'll work, and then I just went from there because I thought, you know, it's written as a way that anybody can understand it, and that's not rude, but I mean, like, it might be your second language, you know, sort of thing. So I wanted you to make sure everybody was included. So here we're going to go for 9 again. Okay, so we go for 9. Oh, it's a bit skew with that. Never mind. Do it again. So I'm going for 9. There we go. Put that up on the right one. And you're always going to get a straight cut if you do that, a straight edge. Now this is the flap. So whatever it is, just put that on there. Give it a little bit of it. And you know that that's going to fold over. Okay. You might need to give it a little bit more of a wiggle, but who cares? So the actual size is length equals twice the width plus a little bit for the flap. So come on, got that the wrong way around. I must have. Oh, there you go. That's why. Come on. So what I'm going to do is the first bit is chop that extra bit off, and then I'm just going to cut these at the 9 centimeter mark that I've drawn on. That's why I like to do the folding first, because there's a proper indent and it makes life easier. So we've got our card. Yeah. I found it's much neater to do it all once because I don't have the overhang. Let me show you. You see here, I've got a lot of overhang, and that's because I did each one separately. Whereas I found that this paper is smoother that way. Right, okay. So I've got the bit that's left over. All I'm going to do is chop that into 3. Now, I've wrote all this down on a PDF for people, and this really doesn't matter how long you're going to do it, but I would normally, that's too big, so what you want is about that much. I'll measure it for you because this is off that other page, so I don't think it is A4. So all I need to do, and I'll show you why, is that goes on the inside. All you need to do is it has to just go over, put the bit in the middle, and fold over. Now I'm going to do it the other way so you can see. There's a method in my madness. Ready? So you only need it to look like that, and it doesn't have to be in the middle, right? So I'm going to do this. I'll do one on the dark and one on the light. Now the glue only goes there and not the other way, and then you go like that. You want the edges. It's the edges that are really important. Double-sided tape will probably be easier because if those bits overhang, they're going to stop the mechanism, right? So if I want it the other way, just turn it over. Edges. I've got some bookbinding glue here, and that would be probably spot on for this. Can you see I've got a little bit of an overhang? So what I can do is just undo it and then just pull it across a tiny bit. There, perfect. And just adjust that. And then I've not got any overhang. It's so simple to do. And then we'll do the other one. We can have either 2 green or 2 blue. I'll have that way so it's easier. Again, light on there. Very lightly, but on the edges. Line it up, give it a warm. Right, so what we're going to do is we'll start with this. Now I tend to do it, give it a little bit of a round like that, a bit of a. Then the next bit is I'm going to do the opposites on these. So I'm going to put that there and I'm going to fold it like that. Okay, and I'm going to open that one. I'm going to put some glue on that, and then I'm going to get this one. Okay, look, I put the, I don't even know when it's that neat. It's not like me, is it? Right, that's at the top. So I'm going to continue to put these at the top. So I'll slip that over next to, yeah, like that. Make sure it's nice and there. Now this is the bit that confuses people. You just roll it over. Right, so you put glue on that side. And then on this side. So that what happens is that gets, oh, you daft, you do it on the inside, not that side, you idiot. Right, I've done it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Don't do what I do. It's got to be this side. Then you put that in and then you fasten it in. That's it. Got to be. Like that. It's got to be. So that's glued to that one that way. So next, see, stuck on me finger bit now. This is where you've got to make sure while it's still dry, while it's wet, that you've got enough wiggle room. That's it. And it slides then, she says. There we go. Okay. So we've got that one, and that one. Now what we're going to do, just to pull that there, I turn it the way I want it. And then I'm going to put this little bit in here, as we did before. I'm going to put glue on there. Open this up. that on there. Hold it over. Give it a wiggle. And then what you're going to do is put the glue on there. I have done a much easier step-by-step quick thing. So if this is making it look like a right dog's ear, then you're basically putting glue on the same strip edge, so that when they're flapped open like that, you put glue there and then glue there, and that means you're going to glue it on right one. So now it's time to wiggle it. There we go. Ooh. Be great to sell these, Emma. So make sure there's a bit of glue there. Can you just see? Wiggle it all now. There we go. Wiggle it all now, and then it'll get a little bit of talc helps, or whatever you've got, you know. But you'll find that there we go. It's a little bit of glue there. There we go. I just keep using it. Okay, and they will swap round at some point. They will swap round, but they just go like that. So I'll show you the book that's got in there is, and then what I did was I got a book. This is I did this slightly different. So whatever that was, yeah, I didn't want it square. I wanted it longer. So I just did say that was 8 at 4. I did that 7 times 7. It's 7 plus 7 plus 2. So it's just the length is always going to be twice plus 2 centimeters. So you can have it any way you want. I just went off piece with it. So, you know, instead of doing the square, I did like a little tiny A6 or 7. And all I did was I used a piece of card in there, and then I just marked it off where I needed it, gave it a spine, and then glued that to it. But I still have got the back to use if I wish. Really simple. I've got some more that I can put in. So if I wanted to, I could put that there and have that coming out that way, which is quite nice. Or that one that way, which would be quite nice as well. So I would glue. See, this is how you've got to remember it. If you glue it that, you've got to glue it that way, I think. Just let me get it right. Is it that way or the other way? That way. So I would glue that one down and then let them fold on. Okay. So I would glue the top one. I'll show you. The top one is always movable. So that folds like that and that folds like that. But you could do it if you wanted, so that they fold different ways. They go that way, but I've just done it like this. So you've got a two-way foldy thing, and then when it all comes together, it goes in your nice little. As long as it fits in there without a bit of glue there, fits in there without overlapping. Job's a good one. So we've got our slide one and slide one. Okay, I could add if I wanted that on there. In fact, I will. So these are like with a difference. I love stuff like this. Interesting little pockets and things. So there we go. Might need a bigger spine if you're doing this, but so on this one now we've made all books together. We've got that one that comes out like that, and then this one that comes out like that, and then that comes out like that. So yeah, I really like this. Oh, one's come undone. And then let's go back to what we also made. We made, apart from me making a mess, we made a nice little book with this now, which was like that, or I like the different sides it goes on actually, so I prefer to do it like that. So we remember we went that, like 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 that. No. Okay, and then let's see. I'm going to glue them together to get a nice little. So I'm just going to glue them. So the pocket. Oh, no, don't start sneaking out there. So the pocket is on the opposite side. So it's just like that. And then this one, the pocket is just there. Oh. Spit out that. So now I can do that if I wish on one, put a little band on it and have it folding in and out. So you can glue it, but you're just going to lose. You could just glue it in the center. So if you wanted to just do that, that'll be all right. Like that, and get that in the middle. I always fold it when I do that. I'll tell you why, because it's easier. Because when you fold stuff over, you know, it creates like a flap, doesn't it? So just shove it into the middle, technical term, fold it. So now we've got our little flat book. So it opens like that. So that's on one side. I could have had it on the other, but I didn't. So we've got like a little secret book, two sides, extra bit there. And then, you know, these can actually be folded different ways now so that they can go in on themselves. So that's one. Oh, that's not good. Move it up a bit. There we go. So that's with added extras. And then this one is our up, down, up, down, up, down. Again, the bigger version. They'll fit together. And then the simple idea of putting it in a book really does make a difference to it then. You know, concertina it and put it in your book. And then decide which is front and back, which is up and down. And then when you've decided, keep it clear so that you can then go, let me just put it back in. I've got to decorate it because that's why I didn't do it. So now I can decorate that and I can bring that out now. And then when I go to the opposite side, it's got all my information in. So that's been a bit of a how-to, but I do love these ideas and I do love them as being technical bits for you to sort of, you know, put your ideas in and use it as a. There's nothing better than creating your own sketchbook for your own artwork. I really love it. I love it, love it, love it. So yeah, I'm happily getting immersed in this now. And like I say, I've got my other one and I've got this one and I've got that one that I've done. And then we did the really heavy duty book where it's just slit in the middle you can do one that way and one that way if you wish and fold them over, but I could never work that one out because I thought I'm just using too much paper, so I always have them going the same way. So I'll show you, fold it over that way and that way, and you get like heavy duty star. And remember, if you do it like that, you just need to stitch it, maybe stitch it there and then on the sewing machine, and then, you know, I don't keep that open, but then I would maybe at the bottom stitch that one and that one, so that you've got a pocket and a pocket, a pocket and a pocket. And again, if you so wish, get the little ones and, you know, shove them in there. And then the very last one, which I've just shown you by, which I'm doing now, is my trusty little concertina origami one. It's a big Japanese book, I'll show you. So yeah, I've got another one here that I could put that in. So I could do a smaller version on the bigger version. So this one I could have in there, glue that in, and then this pops out. So this one pops out of that other book, and if you're clever enough, you can glue it so that, you know, you'd need to do it like that, so that that would pop in. I wouldn't glue it that much actually, because it might pop your paper open. So what I would do is just have it so that it folds in like that, but then it'll fit anywhere on your papers. Get me? So have it in the middle. It'll still fit together, but you'll just have like little sections that you can pull, do, you know, glue and create. This one I'm doing is, it's a secret, but sometimes if you've got the measurements right, let me get it right. There it is. It'll fit on the top and open out like that. So loads of different ways, loads of things to do. I just need a few more hours in every day now to get it done. But this was one of my favourites. By the time I'd finished it, it was about 15 long, all about, I think it was about 20 by 20 in the book. Loved it, but then it all opened up. So back to basics with book learning. I hope you enjoyed that. We're having problems with weather, we're having problems with everything here. The lighting's terrible, but that's what it's going to be. And then we're going to do the first sort of thing we're going to do is based on the artwork with the own work, which is ready now to view on my website. So if you go to my website and you go to the first bit at the top, it says home and stuff like that, you'll see course 1, and it'll tell you what we've got to do. Now, if you want to get a head start, I would say do that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to do some more paper engineering. Nice. It's great, that word, isn't it? I feel proper. Yeah, proper clever when I say paper engineering. These little things, keep these because these are great. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to do another live, but I'm going to do a drawing one because I need to do it. I'm going to show you some little things I've been working on, and yeah, I'm going to be using these as scrap. So all my love as always, and please reach out to people, say hello, and if anyone fancies a chat, you know, maybe it's a bit like them, you know, where those seats, it says if you'd like a chat, sit on this one. And they have a chat line in the Netherlands in the shopping where you can go and have an natter. And if you don't want a natter, you go to the self-serve. I just think it's a great idea. So yeah, we've got a lot of members going through hell, and back, and some are silent and some aren't. So you may not see that, but remember, your smile and reaching out could make their day. It could be really important to them. I know you are to me. When I'm doing this is my reach out, and I get really down if I can't make it. So just reach out, say hello, and show your work. And thank you for being here. You're all amazing. I think the world of you. So you take care, and I'll see you soon.